Hello there, besties. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be doing the look that you can see on the screen right here. Also, you won't be seeing any close-ups of my right eye, only close-ups of my left eye because I don't know if you can tell, but the inner corner of my right eyelash became unstuck and it ruined all the videos of my right eye. So here's my left eye. But yeah, this is the look that I did today. I think it's a really fun summery look. You could change out the blue for a different color. I think that light purple would also be really cute. Pink, yellow, loads of different color combos you could come up with this. And you could also deepen up the crease if you wanted even more. I just wanted a really natural, like summery look today. It's a bit more fresh, but you could do whatever you wanted with this and even like go for a colorful crease as well. I didn't put any highlight on my inner corner, but if you like the way that looks, you could add a little bit of highlight on top of the inner corner as well to like add a little bit more shimmer and brighten up the look even more.
Hey there, Stunner. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I did this look here. It's a really fun blue look using the shade from Kylie Cosmetics in the shade Island Girl, which is one of her metallic shades from her old formula of singles. This is what it looks like. It's just a shimmery blue kind of aqua tealy kind of color with kind of like gold reflex through it. It's really beautiful and I just popped it on the inner corner. So this is a really simple, natural, easy, everyday kind of look with like party on the front. The inner corner is like a shimmery look. Usually I go for a matte pop in the inner corner, but I feel like the shimmery pop is super fun as well. I actually didn't apply any highlight to my inner corner today because I wanted the focus to be on the blue look. You could pop on some highlight on the inner corner as well on top of the pop of color, but I decided to just go for the blue today and I feel like it came out really fun, summery, gave me Island Girl vibes, gave me summer, Hot Girl Summer energy, you know, all the good summer, sun time, warm me up please, sun, I miss summer, vibes that I needed. And yeah, if you wanted to see how I did this look, then please keep on watching. Also, as per usual, if you can hear snoring in the background, it's my dog snoring. If you can hear giggling or like laughing in the background, it's my parents, they're watching TV. They're watching the Olympics, so they're having a good time. I'm going to start off with the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I really, really like this one. It's in the shade 2W2 Nude. If you know me, I actually don't ever purchase high-end skin products like foundation, primer, anything like that. This was actually gifted to me by my mum's cousin. Sorry, I've got like my own hair stuck on my sponge. This was gifted to me by my mom's cousin because she didn't want it anymore. I don't know why, because it's really nice. Maybe it wasn't her preference, or maybe she just didn't feel like she was using it enough. But I think this is stunning. I would apply this with my fingers. Like, this applies perfectly nicely with fingers. I just don't like getting my fingers all dirty at the beginning of me doing my makeup with like my face products. So I typically like to use like a sponge or a brush. I think this applies really nicely on a little puff. This is like a puff that you'd use to apply cushion foundation, and I like to use this to put on the tinted moisturizer with. This tinted moisturizer is absolutely stunning. It is a higher end product, and I can like see why. It just sits so beautifully on the skin. It gives the perfect amount of coverage. As you can tell, I kind of like have been having a good skin week recently, but like regardless, it just gives the perfect amount of coverage where it blurs any imperfections, just evens out overall skin tone, but as you can tell, it still has a bit of coverage in it, so you can kind of build it up a little bit just to get a little bit more color in areas that you want some. I use the puff in like a tapping motion and a sweeping motion. The tapping doesn't really do that much in terms of building up coverage, but it does remove any like lines from like me swiping like this, but I prefer to swipe like this to blend over areas. So I do a mixture of both tapping and swiping motions to get it nice, even kind of base on the face, and I just think it looks so natural. It has a glowiness without being too glowy. It doesn't feel like wet or tacky on the skin. It just becomes like a perfect satin finish, and I just think it is such an easy product to use. I totally rate it. If I had the budget to purchase this all the time, I can understand why you would, because it's stunning. Unfortunately, after I use up this product, I won't have it anymore in my life, and that's a bit sad because I think it's really beautiful. Like, that was so easy, and then I now have like a really easy, cute base on. I think it's amazing. I'm going to go in with some concealer just to add some extra coverage in areas that I feel like it. Also, if you're wondering what these marks are under my eyes, I just removed my like face of the day from the daytime, and then I'm putting on a new face to like film tonight with you guys. So yeah, I just removed my day face. I'm just popping a bit of concealer underneath my eyes, and also I'm going a little bit around my nose as well, because those are areas that I have a little bit more like redness or pigmentation in the skin that I would like to brighten. Obviously my skin isn't like perfect on the side there or anything, but I actually think that's fine. Like, I'm actually going to leave that today. You could, you know, go in with a higher coverage foundation or something if you feel like concealing that. Sometimes I do feel like, you know, a full beat, but today I just don't feel like it. I just feel like having my natural skin peek through. It doesn't look too bad to me. I'm fine with it. I will set the face though, so I will use a little bit of loose powder. Just gives a little bit of extra coverage in my opinion, and also sets under these like bright lights. I can get quite hot sometimes, and so it does help with, you know, sweating under these bright camera ready lights. Okay, so that is like the concealer and like foundation part done, although it's just tinted moisturizer. By the way guys, I have finally used up my Bourjois Healthy Mix powder. Tragedy. So I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Fit Me instead, which is not a tragedy because I really like this powder. I think it's really good, it's affordable, and it is like a nice fine face powder. I'm just going in with this random brush that I don't know what it's called. It's from Real Techniques, but the name has rubbed off. A lot of these brushes I have from Real Techniques I've actually had for years and years and years since I was in high school, and so a lot of them don't have the names on them anymore because they've rubbed off over like years and years of use. I think that these brushes are really high quality, and for the price point, definitely worth it. As you can see, this powder is a little bit lighter than my skin tone and has been like brightening the areas that I've applied it to, and also it just like sets the face a little bit more, so it's going to last a little bit longer. But it doesn't feel cakey on the face. This is a very like light base for me, with that tinted moisturizer and just a bit of powder on top. Conceal it in areas that I need it more. It feels very light on the skin and doesn't feel like a full beat like I would go for sometimes. By the way, the shade that I wear in the Maybelline Fit Me powder is 10 Fair Light. It just looks like this, and it's a really affordable loose powder. Definitely one of my favorite loose powders, especially from the drugstore. I'm going to go in with some bronzer now, and the bronzer that I'm going to be using is also from the drugstore. It's from the Body Shop. I kind of consider the Body Shop in between drugstore and high-end because it's not as affordable as like some drugstore brands like Maybelline can be, but it isn't high-end like, you know, Too Faced or like Hourglass or something like that. I'm just going to be taking the same brushes I used to powder my face and do my bronzer with this. Also, if you're wondering, oh, I cut my nails. Semester started for me today. I had my first class back. So yeah, I went to my simulation ward today, and obviously as a nursing student, nails are not a thing. So I had to cut my nails off. It was a tragedy, but it's okay. I got to do what I got to do. You know, I can't have nails as a nursing student. It's just not the life. And it wouldn't be professional, so I had to get rid of them. But it is quite sad. Also, if you're wondering why I have a band-aid on my middle finger, we were doing blood glucose today in class, just like practicing doing some vital obs and, you know, obs and stuff like that. And I would not stop bleeding after my classmate, yeah, after my classmate did the blood glucose test on my finger, like she pricked my finger with the thing, it was all normal. I wouldn't stop bleeding, and I was like, can my finger not? So I whacked a big band-aid on it because I was bleeding on my worksheet, and I was like, this will not do. So yeah, that's what the band-aid's from, if you're wondering. I didn't chop my finger off. I have the tiniest little needle prick on my finger. That is all. It just won't stop bleeding, which is annoying, but I'm sure by the time I remember to take the band-aid off, it'll be all done. I just bronzed my nose because I like the way that looks. Hey, can my hair not? I just washed my hair, so it's all like fluffy, and it's like, it's kind of a little bit damp at the back, not gonna lie, but it looks fine on camera, but good enough. It's not like I would make a big deal out of it if it was like looking bad on camera anyway. Like, I feel like I come on here a lot of the time as I'm doing my makeup and my hair looks really, really bad until the end of the tutorial. I take it out and I'm like, ta-da, the end. Also, I'm just patting my concealer over the center of my nose again because when I bronzed it, it kind of went on the center there, and I kind of have like this dark banding just here. I think it's like freckles on my nose, and I don't like the way that like certain area of like hyperpigmented freckles look. So I just like to pat a little bit of concealer that's left over on the cushion pad thing, just like brighten that area again. By the way, my cushion is from Innisfree. I purchased this ages ago when I was using my old cushion foundation, and then when I used up my cushion foundation, I still had a bunch of I had a bunch of cushion puffs left, so I've been using them with other products recently. I really do like cushion foundations though. I think that I will pick up some next, like soonish. I'm going with some blush, and I'm going with a heavy hand of blush because I am addicted to blush. You thought I was addicted to blush 6 months ago? No, I am addicted to blush now. I am going in with it. I don't know what this brush is called, but it's kind of a denser brush that I use for blush. Sometimes I use this for contour too, just whatever I feel like. And the blush I'm using is from Kylie Cosmetics, and it is the shade Pink Dreams. I'm really excited about Kylie Cosmetics' rebranding. I wasn't like hugely excited about it before, but I'm really excited to see what her new birthday collection is like. She's releasing it on her channel within the next like 12 hours-ish, I'm gonna say. She is going to post on her story, she's going to share on her Instagram story her new birthday collection. And I'm so excited. It's gold themed. That's all I've seen, is that it's going to be gold themed. And I'm really excited because I used to love her birthday collections, and then I kind of dropped off like being interested. They weren't just like sparking my interest as much as they used to. And you know, now that she's rebranded and stuff, I'm re-interested because I'm going to give her another chance. You know, I'm interested, and I'm hoping that this new collection has like exciting products in it again that are like fun and fresh, and I don't know, I'm just excited to see what she comes out with. Also, even if I don't pick it up, I'm excited just to see what direction the brand is going. I'm just using this little blending brush and blending some of that bronzer that I used earlier, the little one from the Body Shop, and I'm just taking that through the crease and almost all the way up to the brow bone, but not all the way to the brow bone, but almost. I'm using this as kind of a crease shade, but I'm not going to go darker than this anyway. Like, I don't think I'm going to take a darker brown through the crease after this anyway. It's just like the contoury shaping shade. Okay, it's really light, just like a wash. I'm going to disappear for a sec and just run and go grab the eyeshadow that's like the pop of color for the day, and I'll be right back. Okay, so speaking of Kylie Cosmetics, today's like exciting eyeshadow is going to be this blue shade here. It's from one of her old collections. It was, I believe, like a summer or like vacation collection. I really liked the color story. And this shade is called Island Girl. It's kind of like a shimmery light blue. Sorry, this is like my Z palette. It's got a bunch of ColourPop shades up here, and then these three are Kylie shades, and then this is another ColourPop one down here. The shade Island Girl, I'll hold it up to the camera. It's got a little bit of yellow eyeshadow on it from the shade next to it, but it's like blue, metallic, shimmery kind of vibes. It looks like a beautiful mermaidy kind of shade, and it kind of has, I want to say, like golden shimmers through it. It looks so beautiful. I'm really excited to use this. I'm going to use it on the inner corner as like a pop of blue. I think it's going to be really cute. I really liked the collection this came out with. I think it was the vacation collection. It came out with like this blue. This blue originally came out in a palette from that collection. Came with this blue, and then there was a like maybe a yellow in the palette, and then a bunch of like beautiful warm neutrals, and it was just such a stunning palette. I was really into that collection. I got all like the neutral, like nudie colors that were the lip colors in the lip kit collection from that year's summer release. I was really into those, and I'm just really excited for like Kylie Cosmetics to become exciting the way it was back then again, you know, with all the like fun summer releases. I used to be so excited every year around my birthday time because Kylie and I kind of like have similar birthday eras. Like, she's an August baby, I'm an August baby, and so she would release her August, you know, birthday launch a little bit before my birthday, and so I'd look at it all through the first half of August, and then I'd order it like for my birthday, and it was like a thing every year. I was like always excited for Kylie's birthday stuff. But I just stopped being interested recently, so I'm excited to have another Kylie birthday. Maybe I'll go back to asking for Kylie Cosmetics for my birthday again every year. It was such an era. I'm just packing this on with this Nude by Nature lip brush into my inner corner. It looks a little strange now, but I'm going to trust the process. I can always add a darker shade in the outer area, but I think it's going to be fine. I'm probably just going to add a wing and see how it goes. It might look really bad. I don't think it will. I think this is a really pretty shade. I think it's fun. I'm just packing it on. It's actually really pretty. I quite like it. I'm just building it up on that inner corner area, but also trying to like blend it out at the same time. I should probably just grab a blending brush and help myself out a little bit more because I think I need a little bit more help blending this. I'm not like stingy with like applying it to my inner corner. I'm blending it quite far across the front of the eye. I'm going for quite a blue look. Okay, let's grab a blending brush. This is a brush that is called the Nude by Nature Crease Brush, and I've only used the same bronzer as I just applied through my eye on this brush previously. So it just kind of has a little bit of bronzer on it, but like nothing that's different from what we've already used on the eye. So I'm just going to use it to blend. And I'm just going to blend the like outer areas of that blue placement just to make sure that it's all like buffed into the like inner eye socket area nicely. I'm going to grab a little bit more and intensify that very front inner corner just a little extra. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'm going to grab my bronzer brush and just dust away any excess. The bronzer that I use today is like really light on my skin tone, so I'm not like scared to like over bronze with it because I think it's gonna be fine. I'm going to go away for a bit, do some liner and pop on my brows, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you if I feel like adding a little bit more depth to the outer area of my eyes, but I feel like I'm not going to want to. We'll see after I do my liner. See you in a bit. So I've popped on my liner and my brows, and I feel like I don't really need to go in with a darker shade on the outer corner of my kind of eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go in with some highlight now. I'm going to be using this little sample size of the Mecca Maxima Liquid Light Highlighter, which is like a liquid highlighter, and this is in the shade Quartz. I'm just grabbing it on this contour brush from Real Techniques. You could also use this brush as a contour brush, but I'm going to go in with it as a highlight brush today. It's a really, really bright, blinding highlight. You can also shear this highlight out for a more natural look, but I'm going to go for a bright highlight because that's the kind of vibe I feel like today. Just because you are going for a more natural, you know, coverage on the skin doesn't mean you have to go for a more natural highlight. You know, you could go for low coverage with a lot of highlight, or you could go for high coverage foundation with like a low amount of highlight. You know, that goes for all, you know, categories of makeup. But like, just because you're going full face in one area doesn't mean you can't go like more natural in one area, and vice versa. So I'm just packing this onto the cheekbone, really building it up and making sure that I'm blending it out nicely, working that product into the skin. And I don't feel like this product really does a like part, what's it called? I don't have issues with this product separating on the skin, and I feel like it lays well layered over other like foundations and powders and stuff like that. I've never had an issue with this like separating the makeup that I'm wearing underneath. I'm taking it on the brow bone as well. Not brow bone, what's this called? Like the forehead just above the brow bone. I really like this brush for highlight. I don't always use it for highlight, but like when I do, it's because I want a big fluffy highlighter brush, and this is like the largest, or one of the largest kind of size brushes I go for highlight, and I feel like it does a good job at dispersing the product over a larger area. And it's nice and like fluffy, and with a more pigmented highlight like this one, I feel like I'm able to like blend it better. I was going to go in with a fan brush, but I feel like with the fan brush I'd be like drawing little lines on my face, and this is just like a little bit faster and like effective at getting it all done. Just going to go in with the bronze and make sure that my hairline is still bronze. I really like a little bronzed forehead moment. I just like the way it looks, so I don't want to lose my bronze when I highlight. I want to be bronzed and highlighted, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's all like the highlighter I'm going to do on like that C area. I might go in also on some more precise areas of the face. Usually I highlight my inner corner, but I won't be doing that today because my inner corner has a lot going on at the moment. I'm just going to draw a little line down the nose, focusing on the tip, and also this little part here that I always like to highlight. I don't know what it's called, like the center of the bridge there? I don't really know. In between the eyes, I highlight there. And then I might take this on the brow bone as well. I should use a mirror for that though. I should stop using my phone like viewfinder as a mirror. I bought a mirror so I don't have to do that. So I'm just gonna press this up into the brow bone here. I'm not gonna take it too low though because I don't want it to detract from the look down there. So I'm just going to blend that up with my finger. I'm just gonna blend this a little bit closer here. Such a nice bright highlight. I feel like it really makes the skin look so dewy and like blinding. You can also like make this more natural or build it up to be super intense, whatever you feel like, which is super good. I feel like it's got a good shade range. Like they have darker shades. This is, I think, the lightest shade in these highlighters. This is like the icier one. The one that's one shade darker I also really like on my skin tone. It's like a golden shade, but I wouldn't recommend that for skin tones lighter than mine because it can pull a little dark on some of my friends who are like paler than me. So I recommend this if you're like pale to like my skin tone. It starts to feel a little icy sometimes on my skin tone, but like you can still get away with it. If you're darker, you could probably still get away with it if you're darker, but they do have some more like golden undertone ones, which I think I just prefer those on like my skin tone. I would typically go for a more golden highlight, but I have this with me right now. And also, I like an icy highlight with a like cool toned look. So that's why I chose that as well. I'm trying to like look at myself and be like, what do I want next? Oh, I want lashes. That's what I want. So the lashes I'm going to use are these really random ones. They're called Sweet Princess. I bought these from a store in Taiwan. I don't even remember what store I bought these from. And I can't read the words in Mandarin because I cannot read Mandarin. But this is what they look like on the inside. I have no idea what that says. But this is what the lashes are. They're like flared lashes. They're not actually as long as lashes that I typically pick. So I'm not sure if they're going to look that good on me. So that's why I haven't tried them before. But I thought I should try something new today. So I'm just going to go with these lashes. They do have a lot of like excess on the band. All you do is you just trim off the excess. So see that little side part there? It's too long. It doesn't have lashes sticking on it. I just trim it off. These little lash scissors I use for everything. Like I know they're my lash scissors, but I use these to open parcels. I use these to like cut everything. These are my favorite scissors. They're just so good. I don't know where they're from because I stole them from my mum. I stole them from the bathroom. I have no idea where they come from. She has a load of scissors in the bathroom and I'm sure she doesn't miss these. If she asked for them though, I would give them back. Don't worry, mum. If you're watching, she's probably not. My mum watches some of my videos, but not all of them. She mostly watches them so that she can roast me. It's mean, but it's okay. I'm just trimming off the excess. I don't want to leave a sharp edge because then you poke yourself in the eye and it really hurts. So I try and like cut it off cleanly, if that makes sense, so that there isn't like too much extra lash band. Because extra lash band, I feel like it pokes you in the outer or inner corner and gets really like uncomfortable on the lash line. I'm now going to grab my little tweezers and where is my lash glue? Oh, here it is. The lash glue that I use is the Ichiro lash glue. I also wanted to talk today about KKW Beauty. So Kim recently shut down her website for KKW Beauty and they are rebranding, similar to how Kylie rebranded. They're going to rebrand and Kim's going to come back better and different, bigger and better, whatever, all the things. And I'm really excited to see what Kim comes back with. I'm having this trouble opening my lash glue. It's like sealed with all the lash glue from last time's use. How gross is that? Like dried lash glue? Let me just, ew, get that off. It's just dried like liquid latex, but it's kind of gross. Anyway, it's not that gross. I'm really excited to see what Kim comes out with next. I hope it's not too different because I actually really like the concept of her existing brand. I really like the nude tones. I feel like it really suits her. I just can't, she comes out with something a little bit more, I don't want to say like editorial, but like something a little more adventurous. I hope she comes out with something that's a little bit more like avant-garde, you know, something a little bit more creative because she does some really like creative fun looks. And I also like mostly see her as like a nudes, neutral kind of tones person, but she does some really fun looks too. And so I want her fun looks to be like expressed through her brand as well. I'm just going to apply these with my lash tweezers. These are from Essence, by the way. I really like them because they have a curved tip there. And I'm just going to place it directly on the lash line. That's how I put on my lashes. Oh, and I didn't wait long enough for the lash glue to get tacky, so they fell right off. That was really unsuccessful. It's okay. This is real life, guys. Wow. I'm going to try again. Hopefully they stick this time. I used to struggle for years before I like figured out how to put on lashes. I would wear lashes to school almost like every day. As I was figuring out how to wear lashes, I would like wear half lashes to school because I needed the practice, and so I would practice putting them on every morning. And then when I got home from school, I'd practice putting on another pair because I just wasn't good at it. But eventually I figured it out. Lashes were something that was really scary to me for a very long time. Like I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And it was pretty much because I wasn't waiting for my lash glue to get tacky enough. And so every time I stuck my lashes on, it wasn't sticking properly. These lashes are actually quite short, but they're actually very cute. They're very dense, like they're very voluminous, but they're not very lengthening. They're at a cute look. It's not my favorite look ever. I like a longer lash typically, but you know, it did fill in the lash line, and I do feel like I prefer the way this looks to that. I'm obsessed with fake lashes. Like, I feel like a new lady when I put on fake lashes. I feel more confident. I feel more va-va-voom. So, yeah, every time I take pics and then I take more pics after, once I put my fake lashes on, I always prefer the pictures where I'm wearing fake lashes because I just feel like I look so much more lashy, you know? I'm just popping on some more lash glue, by the way. Sorry, I'm talking with my lash glue lid in my mouth. It's just convenient. But you get the vibes. Okay. I also wanted to mention that I really liked how I was able to purchase the shade that I'm wearing on my eyes, the blue shade, um, called Island Girl. I was really happy that I was able to buy that as a single because I really liked the concept of the palette that Kylie came out with, but I already have those like nude and like warm tone neutral shades in my collection. And so I was able to buy these 3 Kylie shades separately, which meant that I was able to get the exciting blue shade from her like royal blue peachy kind of palette. I was able to get these 2 shades from like her summery palettes, and I didn't have to buy these 3 separate palettes just for those like more vivid shades, and I'm able to create like neutral looks and use those as a pop of color as I would be able to with those palettes, but without having to like have the whole palette. I just think it makes more sense for me in my collection. And I can always like, you know, use different shadows with them as well. I just found that the other shadows in those palettes weren't radical to me. And like sometimes I do want a palette with like all the nudes and everything in it for like the full experience. And like if the nudes I feel like are unique or like something that will expand my collection, then it does make me interested. But a lot of the time I already have those shades. I have so many eyeshadows in my collection. I don't need a full palette of more nudes just for one pop of color. So I really appreciate when brands come out with single shadows as well as like palettes, because it just means that I have more choices when shopping from them, and it means I'm able to customize my collection to maximize its use for me. Anyway, I just popped on the other lash. I feel like this one is a little bit more up and this one's a little bit more flat, so I'm just going to press this one up so that it matches the other one. Make sure I'm pressing in that inner corner there. There we go. I'm happy with how that looks. As we wait for that to dry, I'll pop on some lip gloss. This lip gloss is from Dose of Colors and it's in the shade Honey I'm Home. It's a perfect warm toned neutral nude lip gloss. It's actually got a high amount of coverage. I find the Dose of Colors lip glosses very pigmented. I'm not sure if you can tell, but like it really coats the lips in color. It's great, but you can also sheer it out. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but I just like sheared out the inside of the lip there, and like it's not as intense in the middle of the lip. I actually want like a full pigmented look, but you can also shear these lip glosses out so that they don't look as intense if you don't want that kind of intensity. And I also think that these lip glosses look really good like as they wear, because they don't wear unevenly, they don't wear patchy, they wear very smoothly, and they just kind of fade rather than like getting a like ring and then like completely disappearing or like becoming crusty or anything. They kind of have like a like natural, like they just fade off the lips pretty much. Okay, well I think this is a completed look. I should use some setting spray because I always forget to do setting spray on camera with you guys. I do use setting spray in my life, but sometimes when I'm filming these videos I just forget to share that portion of my tutorial with you guys. I'm a fan of setting spray though. This one is the L'Oreal Infallible Magic Setting Spray. It's the one that I've been using in a lot of my videos recently just because it's really good. If you want your setting spray to dry faster, you can use a fan. I feel like the fan just adds bougie vibes, you know. Also, if you're wondering what this is, it's in the back of all my videos. This is my Barbie wedding dress. My grandma gifted me with a Cinderella doll when I was a kid. Or maybe she was just a random bride Barbie, but she was Cinderella to me. Anyway, I don't have the Barbie doll anymore, but I still have her wedding dress. So if you ever wondered, that's the dress that's behind me. It's Cinderella's wedding dress. I hope one day when I get married, my dress is a similar vibe. I really like the like princessy wedding vibes. Anyway, this is the completed look, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's super long chatty tutorial. If you did, you can give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Any thoughts, don't be shy. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. I upload very frequently, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.
So yeah, here's the completed look. To be honest, when I was filming this, I wasn't 100% confident in the look. Like I didn't know if I felt cute or not. But looking back on the footage now, I definitely love the way it came out. I think it was just because it was a little bit weird to have like color so close to my nose for me. I just felt like it made my like face proportions look a little bit odd, but looking back on it, it looked really cute and fun. So I'm actually really into this and I definitely do it again. Also, if you want to see more pictures of my makeup look ever, I always post immediately on my Instagram story as soon as I do my face, like a bunch of selfies. So if you ever want to see more looks of me or like my pics of my makeup that I do or anything like that, check it out on my Instagram stories and I'll catch you there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Love you so much for watching all the way through and I'll see you next time. Bye!